If you've made it this far, it's not by chance. The universe, with its infinite wisdom, has led you to this message. God knows the pains that silence doesn't reveal, and your guardian angels, they whispered to your heart to hit play. There's something that needs to be heard today, something that doesn't come from reason, but from the soul. Take a deep breath. Feel the gentle presence that surrounds you now. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything is a call. Before we move on, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? The universe will recognize your name among the stars. Today, the universe wants to talk about someone, a person who was once shelter, laughter, complicity. That soul who understood you without needing many words, but suddenly they stepped back, as if the wind had carried away something you didn't even notice fall. There are days when this memory visits you uninvited, isn't there? It comes in a scent, a sound, an old memory. It's like opening a window that's been shut for a long time, and yet feeling the fragrance of what remains. This person thinks of you, not every day, but enough for the name to still echo, even when pride tries to silence it. There's something stuck in between what was said and what was kept hidden, a mix of longing and fear, of love and uncertainty. The universe shows that deep down this connection still pulses. Even if your eyes no longer meet, there are threads of energy that remain intertwined, as if fate left a small tie of light between you, discreet, invisible, but strong. This person discovered something about you, not something simple, something that shook what they believed. It could have been a truth you couldn't explain or a misunderstood gesture. But what truly pushed them away wasn't the fact itself. It was the fear of not knowing how to deal with what they felt. Sometimes, when the heart faces the unexpected, it prefers to run away rather than confront it. The distance doesn't come from a lack of love. It comes from the confusion of one's own feelings. This person didn't understand what they felt for you at that moment. And when feelings aren't understood, silence becomes a form of defense. Do you know how the sea recedes before a big wave? It seems like everything is disappearing, but in reality, it's preparing to return with more strength. Her distance had that same movement, a retreat, a time of shadow, doubt, and introspection. But the energy between you still vibrates, still communicates with the winds, still ignites small lights in the invisible. You feel that, don't you? That strange sensation of presence, even in absence, as if there were an invisible thread pulling your thoughts towards someone for no apparent reason. It's not an illusion, it's a spiritual bond. Some connections don't break with time. They simply change form. This person's guardian angels have been trying to show signs, little coincidences, songs, memories that resurface. These are subtle attempts from the universe to remind you that the bond hasn't been broken, that there is still learning, healing, and perhaps a new beginning. But before any reconnection, it's important to understand the present. Today, this person carries a mix of regret and pride. They think of you with affection, but don't know how to approach you. Silence has become a shield, and every unspoken word weighs like a stone in the heart. God shows an image. It's like an old house with a half-open window. Time has passed, dust has settled, but there's a crack through which the light insists on entering. This crack is the true feeling. Even after everything, there is still light. This person misses your energy, the way you embraced without judgment, your way of listening to what the world didn't want to understand. And deep down, they know that the distance didn't erase the bond. It just left it suspended in time. The universe asks that you carry no guilt. What happened wasn't punishment. It was a lesson. There are encounters that need distance for both to first reconnect with themselves. Maybe this is the case. This person needed to step back to understand what they feel, and you, to learn how to let go without losing the love within yourself. The most beautiful thing is that even in silence, God continues to care for both of you. There are angels guiding every step, shaping time, opening paths that have yet to be revealed. Today, this person feels something different, a gentle restlessness, as if their heart knows that something is about to happen. A reunion, a message, a chance to express what has been held back, but fear still tries to silence. Have you noticed how many times the universe repeats signs when it wants something to return to harmony? Maybe you have dreamed of this person, or heard their name by chance, or felt a sudden urge to pray for them. These are reminders, and the angels confirm, nothing is in vain. This story has not yet reached its end. Time merely took a pause for love to mature. If you feel that something deep still connects you both, it's because this bond was born of purpose. God does not intertwine paths by chance. He brings them together to teach, heal, and elevate. And even though today silence may seem like a wall, there are cracks where the light enters, and it is in that light that hope begins to be reborn. You may not understand the reason for the distance, but there is a spiritual reason that is still being revealed. Sometimes the universe needs to pull apart to protect, other times to transform, but always, always to make something greater blossom. Do you feel this? It's as if, while you listen, something inside your chest calms. This is the energy of forgiveness arriving. Not the forgiveness of someone who blames themselves, but the forgiveness of someone who understands that each soul has its own time. This person will need to face their own reflection, and when they do, they will realize the value they had by your side. They will remember the conversations, the laughter, the support. And perhaps at the right moment, the universe will create the reunion. But until then, trust the process. God doesn't make mistakes in the paths we take. What is true remains. Even if time changes the forms, the essence stays. Now, before we get into the conflict, let me ask you, do you feel that this distance has something to teach, even if it still hurts? Write it in the comments. The universe reads the words of the heart. There's a point in every story that hurts the most. The silence, the absence of words that could change everything. And this is where the universe wants to touch today. This person pulled away and you were left trying to understand why. The messages didn't come, the gestures were left unfinished. Time passed, and what remained was the echo of unanswered questions. This silence isn't empty. It's full of fear, pride, and confusion. This person fears being judged, fears being rejected, fears not being worthy of the feelings that were born. It's curious how the mind builds walls to protect the heart, but deep down these walls become prisons. And that's what happened here. This person built a wall between you, but forgot that love transcends barriers. There are nights when they remember everything and almost reach out to you, almost write, almost call. But fear speaks louder, the fear of seeming fragile, of reopening a door they themselves closed. The universe shows that the distance wasn't a light choice. It was an attempt to escape feelings they couldn't name. But what is truly felt never disappears. It simply recedes, waiting for a divine sign to return. And here lies the spiritual truth. Not all distance is denial. Sometimes it's preparation. You've been looking up at the sky and asking for answers, haven't you? Asking God to show you why. And He is answering now, in silence. I am shaping hearts. It's not time yet, but it will be. In the meantime, your role is to keep moving forward. Take care of yourself. Respect divine timing. Because true love doesn't disappear. It transforms into lessons until it blooms again. This person feels the absence, but still struggles against their own conscience. It's an internal conflict between wanting and fearing, between longing and pride, between the urge to return and the fear of being emotionally exposed. Have you ever felt that someone drifted away out of fear, not a lack of love? That's exactly the case here. And that's why the universe asks for patience. God works in the unseen. What seems still is being moved within the soul of that person. There's regret growing, awareness awakening, angels guiding dreams and thoughts. But there's also you and your heart, weary from waiting, trying to understand if it's still worth feeling. Listen, it is worth it, because the love that arises from truth is never wasted. Even if it doesn't return in the way you expect, it comes back as light, as maturity, as faith. The silence that hurts today will one day be the same silence that brings the answer. And when the right time comes, that person will understand how much their absence has taught. They will see the shadow they created and will seek the light again. The universe shows a scene, you walking in a golden field, feeling the wind on your face. Behind you, the past calls. Ahead, the future shines, and on the horizon, a figure walks toward you. It's not just a person, it's the reunion of souls that finally understood their own worth. But for that, one must cross the desert of now, the desert of silence, the crossing of doubts. It's not easy, but it is sacred, because it's in that emptiness that God sows the answers. And you, even without realizing it, are already blooming again. The love you offered hasn't been lost. It transformed into light. And that light illuminates the paths that are yet to come. Let the universe take care of the rest. The story isn't over. It's just being rewritten on pages of growth. Before we wrap up this part, the universe wants to leave you with a question. Are you ready to let God lead the reunion? Without haste, only with faith? Keep that answer in your heart, because in the next part, we will talk about what is about to happen between you two, and how divine timing begins to reveal itself. The universe is already in motion. Even when everything seems still, God works in silence. Every distance, every pause, every memory, nothing is in vain. What once seemed like an ending is merely a new beginning. This person feels the absence. They think of you more than they admit. They hold on to memories that won't fade away. At night, their thoughts drift back to the simple moments, to the conversations that healed, to the sense of safety that existed between you. And their heart asks, why did I distance myself from the one who understood me? The guardian angels show that this question is the start of transformation. It's the awakening of consciousness. This person is beginning to realize that what they discovered about you was not a reason to run away. It was a mirror reflecting their own fears. The universe is showing signs. Little coincidences, songs, dreams. None of this is by chance. These are spiritual memories being rekindled. You feel it too, don't you? That gentle presence, that sudden chill. It's the energy of connection being reactivated. Souls communicate long before words do. God is writing a new chapter, one where the reunion comes with understanding, where silence transforms into signals and longing turns into courage. This person still struggles with pride, but love is starting to win. And when the soul understands, the universe opens the paths. The reunion won't come from insistence, but from harmony. Time does not separate what has purpose. It merely matures what wasn't ready yet. And you, who stayed, who waited, who prayed, are being prepared too. Take a deep breath, feel that peace that touches you now. It's God telling you, trust, what is yours will never be lost. Something is being aligned, an unexpected conversation, a message, a gaze. When it happens, the heart will know. Do you believe that silence speaks too? Write in the comments. Because sometimes, it's in silence that God speaks the loudest. The reunion has already begun, not in the eyes but in the souls, and everything that is true, sooner or later, finds its way back. True love never gets lost. It just waits for the right time to bloom again. Every distance has meaning. Separation is the interval where God works. While you were crying, the universe was preparing. That person needed to leave to understand the value they had in you, and you, to learn how to love without losing yourself. Now, both of you are more ready. Time doesn't destroy what is real. It purifies. It removes the excess and reveals the essence. Life is made up of cycles, and some cycles are blessings in disguise. The love that reunites after pain comes lighter, more aware. What was a wound becomes wisdom. What was longing transforms into prayer. You will see signs, repeating numbers, an old song, an unexpected thought. These are reminders from the universe that healing is in progress. When that person thinks of you, it won't just be a memory, it will be a call from the soul. And in the right time, the reunion will happen, whether in words, in a hug, or in inner peace. God writes stories with sacred pauses. But in the end, there is always reunion. There is always light. So, trust. Don't rush what is divine. The love that is yours already has its address in eternity. Breathe. Feel the presence of the divine all around. The angels surround you in protection and whisper, you have not lost. You are being prepared. The story still has pages to come, but now they will come with more love, more faith, more truth. No distance erases what is true. The universe always realigns hearts that seek each other. If this message found you, it's because the universe intended it. The guardian angels brought you here. Now take a deep breath. Do you feel that calm inside your chest? It's the sign that God is responding to you. You don't need to understand everything today. Just trust. The rest, the universe will take care of. Tell us in the comments which word in this message resonated with you the most. Maybe it was hope, faith, or fresh start. Each word is a request that the universe hears. And also respond to me. Do you believe that the right messages arrive at the right time? If so, write, I trust in God's timing. If this message touched you, please give it a like. It's a small gesture, but full of intention. It tells the universe, I received, I thank you, I trust. Share this with someone who needs to hear this today. Maybe this person is also in silence, waiting for a sign. And if you want to keep receiving messages like this, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That way, when the universe wants to speak to you, your soul will be ready to listen. Remember, every silence is a prayer, every pause is preparation. And every reunion, even the invisible one, is a promise being fulfilled. Write in the comments, "I trust the light that guides me." May God bless you. May the angels accompany you. And may the universe show you, in the coming days, the sign that everything is on the right path.